Please do not harass any individuals involved or you're a dummy. Hi everyone, it's me, Eliza, and today I'll be clearing up my points related to Creepshow Art's post about Amy. This video is actually scripted, so it should be a lot better because I won't stutter as much. But before I begin, I'd like to mention that I got a few screenshots in this video from a fellow small YouTuber named Buffering Cat. I'll be linking their channel in the description, and I'm also using a comment from the user named Thistlewell, so thank you to them. Now let's get on to the video. Part 1. The post. I'm basically just going to read you the post that Creepshow made, just more condensed, composed of quotes from the post itself. I got a message saying that I had doxed a relative, that I had been called out for saying certain things about myself and other creators, and more on a hate forum. And I was confused because I hadn't done that. A couple of years back, I made a video about how I had been stalked for 8 years by a woman I called Amy. She has gone back to doing what she has always done. I didn't know she was going to use everything to try and paint me as something I'm not. And I didn't think I needed to use a VPN so she wouldn't get my IP address. Because she's been posting on certain sites, posing as me, spoofing my IP, doxing my family members, writing things about me and my friends, sending me death threats from other accounts, making false accounts to spam my comment sections, spamming the comment sections of my friends saying hateful things about me in order to get them to drop me, and all around just doing what she did years ago. Sorry, that was a mouthful. I don't know why I turned into an automated speech bot. First, I'd like to just nitpick something about the post itself. There was a lot of fluff in between lines, so I had a hard time getting the quotes that I really needed. I feel like Shannon could have been a lot more clear with her wording, though, of course, this is just a nitpick. Part 2, commentary on the post. In the first line, she says she's been called out by someone through DM, accusing her of doxing, not speaking so kindly about others, and more on a hate forum. This account on this forum, however, was linked to our IP address and has made 292 posts. What's suspicious? The fact that this stalker has been posting this stuff for over 2 years, all of which are imitating Shannon. Many of these posts were even promoting her content as well as crapping on others she knew personally. Here is the screenshot of her linking her sister's Twitter. Looking at this screenshot, you can already tell that this is not some fan of Creepshows. You can literally tell that it's her. In this screenshot, she's even promoting her own video. I'm not an expert on this specific website. I don't know how it works at all, to be honest. But I know somehow you can link IPs to Anon and Anon posts on it. Thank you to Buffering Cat for finding these. These are the only ones I'm going to put in this video, but there's more screenshots in Buffering Cat's video. The first thought that comes to mind is, why would Shannon's stalker be promoting her content? I thought Amy wanted to defame her. Most of these posts made by Shannon are either advertisements for her Patreon or YouTube, while others are Shannon literally looking down on or defending herself. Why would your stalker defend you? Like, there are posts where it could be considered something Amy would write, where she uses slurs. But the same person who is defaming you, slandering your name, and much more is defending you on the same account. That is hard to believe. Part 3. We're getting technical. So for reasons I'll be calling this certain action, which can mask a pre-existing IP onto another device, Spleef, like the Minecraft minigame. So apparently Amy was playing Spleef and somehow got Shannon's special number on her computer. This, however, is kind of hard to do. I'm gonna read out this comment by Thistlewell as it sums up my opinion way better than I could. This is what Thistlewell says. So I've been doing a bit of a dive into this corner of YouTube. My wife is obsessed with all of this. I'm only just slowly learning about this corner of YouTube over the past few weeks, and I'm glad to see that some of her viewers are being skeptical. You're correct that IP spoofing is incredibly difficult, and it isn't possible to use it as a means of imitating a specific person's IP address. It is generally done via a range and requires specific training and equipment. It just doesn't happen this way anywhere outside of a movie theater. Looking on the website where she was outed, it appears that this has been going on for nearly 3 years, and that the website has a history of outing influencers who do this with accuracy. A person's IP, at least nowadays, is generally not static. It's pretty common to have a different IP address every other week. Another user who seems to be aware of the history of the YouTuber has stated that she moved during this time period, which would naturally cause a change in her IP address as well. What she's claiming this person is doing would require this person either be A, physically on her network for 3+ years, B, an employee at her ISP, and that her ISP did not change when she moved, with an intense 24/7 ability to monitor device changes and not be caught breaking the law and putting her employer at risk. C, a member of a state/government agency. One of the more hilarious/famous instances of hackers stole my IP was actually a personality in news media who posted a fear about this happening on social media, and in which the tech community had to assure him that no, that's completely impossible. It's a Hollywood-style lie that scammers sometimes use to try and blackmail people who are not technically savvy enough to understand this claim is impossible. Probably the funniest remark on a tech board I've seen on the topic is, "Can someone use my IP address for revenge?" This is the feverish dream of a teenager. I am sorry, that was a really long comment, but I just had to read the whole thing. I don't really want to cut it off. So, here are my final thoughts. I think that Creepshow is lying. There's so much that seems off in her story and facts that don't match up. But thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the bell if you'd like. This is Eliza, and I'm out.